What is up, everybody? It's Ryan Turley here, and tonight I am going to show you the best way to store your leftover barbecue, specifically brisket. So last night I smoked a 20-pound brisket. Granted, it was 20 pounds pre-trim. I probably took anywhere from 5 to 7 pounds of fat off of this thing, but it was still massive. So it's just my wife and I, my mother-in-law's in town, and our 1-year-old daughter. There's no way we are gonna finish these leftovers this week. And I have a hard time just buying a flat for the brisket. I really wanna just do the full packers. So if you're wondering how to store your leftover brisket, stick around and I'll show you exactly how to do it. Alright, so it's no secret, one of the best ways to freeze or store leftovers is with a Vac Sealer. And that's exactly what I'm going to be using to store this brisket. And so this is the Vac Sealer that I have. It's a food saver, and this is by no means a top-of-the-line Vac Sealer. Actually, my dad got this for me for Father's Day, so if you're watching this, thanks Pops. And I'm going to show you how this works. If you don't have one of these and you're into barbecue or cooking in general, this is a must-have. This is an absolute game changer in the kitchen, and you can do a lot of really cool things with it. My favorite is the sous vide method. So I'll show you that in another video. And if you're into barbecue, you've probably already invested a few $100s, if not thousands of dollars in your smoker, and you probably spend anywhere from $100 to $200 to $300 a month in meat. Am I right? So to throw down on a Vac Sealer for about $100, in my opinion, is well worth it. This makes your leftovers taste like the day you made it, or sometimes even better. I don't know about you, but sometimes after I've been smoking a brisket or some pulled pork for 10 to 15 hours, by the time I get to dinner, I just want to watch everyone else eat and enjoy it. So for me, I tend to enjoy the leftovers so much more than the dinner the night of. So when you buy your Vac Sealer, it usually comes with some pre-cut bags, or you can pick up these rolls from Amazon as well. You can just cut and seal your own bags that way. So let's seal this brizzy. All right, so we've got our roll of Vac Seal bag here, and this is just one long tube, basically just cut out the size of your meat. Generally, you're gonna have about a couple of inches of wasted material where those seal lines are gonna end up going. So we're just gonna go about to here, just to kind of show you how this process works. So we've got this tube of Vac Seal bag here, and we're just gonna thread it right into this slot here, drop down the lid, lock it, and then hit seal. So this light's gone off, we can unlock it, and then you can see that seal has been created, and nothing's getting through there. All right, so we've got our leftover brisket here from tonight's smoke, and you know, this is how I used to store my leftovers, was just in a Ziploc bag, and this is fine. You know, if this is how you want to do it, that's all good, but ever since I've switched to the Vac Seal method, it's improved my leftovers tenfold. So let's jump into it and I'll show you the quick process. So it really doesn't matter which knife you choose for this operation, just make sure it's sharp. All right, so we've got our brisket out of the original Ziploc. So the flat is gonna taper out and it ends right around this area here. You can still see a little bit of that fat, the decal that runs in between both of the muscles. And the flat runs in this direction, while the point is gonna be running in an opposite cross direction like this. So it's important to note that, especially during the saving and storing of your brisket. It looks like there's still a good amount of flat left here, and you really don't wanna continue slicing your flat in this direction all the way up, because now the point, you're gonna be cutting all of that meat with the grain. So what I'm gonna do at this point is actually separate the flat from the point. So I'm just gonna run my knife through that fatty section. Boom, just like that. It is also really important to note that you don't want to slice your entire brisket. You only want to slice the pieces that you intend to be eating that meal. As soon as you slice open your brisket, you are exposing each section of meat to oxygen, and you're essentially going to be drying that meat out. I know we all want to just slice that entire brisket up to get that perfect Instagram shot, but just keep that in mind, because your leftovers are going to be so much better the more meat you keep in one piece, and then slice it when you're ready to serve it for your leftovers. For this point, I'm going to flip it over. You can actually see the grain a lot better, and like I said, it is running in the opposite direction of our flat here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna slice it right in half with the grain, and then I can just go ahead and chop it straight against the grain when we're ready to serve. A little pro tip here, I've actually curled the end, so it's just a lot easier to handle that way. We are gonna throw our flat right in this bag here, and I'm gonna throw these little odds and ends in as well. So we'll take our first cut of point meat here, throw it in this bag here, then we'll take our other point meat and throw it in this bag here. All right, so we are ready to seal these up. I've rolled the tops back up the top. All we've got to do is just thread this side into the slot in the food saver and then lock the lid. And then this time we're gonna hit the Vac Seal button. Takes all of about 10 seconds to vacuum pack that, and then another 5 seconds or so to seal it, and we're good to go. Got a perfect seal along the top, and then look at that. That is like straight out of a gourmet grocery store. There's very little to no air left inside of that, and this is ready for the refrigerator or the freezer. It's gonna stay a lot longer in the refrigerator this way and for an indefinite amount of time in the freezer. So let's get these other two sealed up and we'll be dialed in. And there's just something oddly satisfying about watching your smoked meats get vacuum sealed. The sound, the look of it, just everything, and just knowing that you're gonna get a far better leftover product. All right, and that is it. So like I said, it's no secret, vac sealing is the best way to store your leftover barbecue. And if you enjoyed the video or you learned something, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, hit that little notification bell so that you don't miss another upload. I plan on doing a follow-up video to this one, talking all about the sous vide method. And sous vide is a French term which means under vacuum, and basically we're going to be taking these meats, leaving them in the vacuum sealed bag and reheating them for leftovers, and it is the best way to get your leftovers tasting better than the night you smoked them. So this is the second episode to my leftover series, and if you haven't already, go check out my leftover brisket mac and cheese video. It is unbelievable. You guys are gonna be blown away with this recipe, so go check it out. And until next time, be sure to smoke something outside and be well to one another. We'll see you soon. Peace.